Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Foundry. I'm JonnyBoy here with SlyKiko, and today we're going to be reacting to the new Borderlands 4 story trailer that just came out pretty recently, I think. I'm pretty excited about this. Sly, how you doing today, bud?
Dude, I'm doing spectacular. Any Borderlands content is welcome content to me.
Yeah, with that being said, there was a little controversy earlier this month with Randy Pitchford trying to shove $80 price tag down a little bit of throats. Was it
It was
80?
pretty entertaining watching him back it up real quick.
Yeah, he's
when
like,
everyone was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, like no one wants to pay $80 for this slot, man. Come on, son. It has been 6 years, I think, but it feels like feels a lot more recent, doesn't it?
Since BL3?
Yeah, 2019, right?
No fucking way. What?
Yeah, 6 years, I think.
No. Borderlands 3 release date.
He's got to research
What?
on the fly fact check. 2019?
2019?
I mean, we've had Wonderland since then, and of course, the great Telltale's new tales from the Borderlands, which is that's unforgettable, right?
Oh my god, we covered BL3 6 years ago?
Yeah, we're old as fuck, dude.
Jesus Christ, dude. My arthritis set in from that. Fucking.
Yup. Yuppers, man. So with this trailer, hopefully we can kind of get an idea of what's going on, and where the game's going to be located as well, because that's a really big thing for me. Yeah, I guess we get to see a little bit more, hopefully see a little bit more action of the Vault Hunters as well. Maybe get a little bit insight into some skill trees and some whatnot. Get a little insight on some of the fucking guns, maybe some enemies, All that stuff from Borderlands actually intrigues me quite a bit, Like, Borderlands has kind of been meh for me, but, like, all of that stuff I take a fucking huge interest in, which I just now realized, because, like, all of that stuff were such great key components in the earlier games, and it really makes or breaks it for me personally. But
I'm right. Like, is Zed gonna be there? Is Marcus gonna be there? Who's coming back?
Very
what
good,
weapons?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. What happens to the sirens?
Yeah. Oh god. All right. Well, let's dive into this trailer, guys.
Ooh.
You are no longer a vault hunter.
Oh Jesus.
You may have
Oh my
had
God.
free will out there in the myriad galaxies.
That's Lee's voice from The Walking Dead.
On Kairos. You serve the use
Kairos.
I have for you.
Our minds fly free beyond his control.
Oh shit.
Now
Jesus.
it's your turn.
I will return to the Timekeeper's side. May we rule forever.
That's cool.
Oh wow.
That's cool. Is that Zane?
Reporting for duty, boss.
Oh
Zane!
shit!
We got a Flint!
My boy.
He's back. Oh shit.
Welcome recruits. Oh, look at the vehicle, son.
Oh.
Moxie.
Hey, Moxie.
Our hero.
Iridian Moxie?
Whoa, look at the little man. Little
Yeah.
rat hive. Little mammoth guy.
All you do is destroy. We lead a strike team to the fortress, and then we make him pay.
Oh wow.
Oh shit, boy, look at that.
Raid boss is back? That's what that looks like.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Echo
Ooh.
skin. Okay.
Wait, Echo 4. Hold on. Does it look like Echo 4 flies?
I would assume so, kind of like Necromancer. That's what it kind of looked like to me.
Kinda, yeah. He's like, it's an actual drone.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm on board. That looked pretty fucking lit.
I've got some faith in this, actually.
Yeah, I still am up in the air of like what class I actually would like to play as, Always before I've always been like, that looks fucking dope. I want to play as that person, Like I want that action skill. But this one's still kind of up in the air for me. But like, because that can really judge how you play the game, and how it's gonna go for you, kind of thing. but that looks fucking cool. That looks fucking cool. I see a lot of like key characters. Might even be like a couple bosses there too. They look really fucking cool and environmental as well. It looks very open too. A lot of cars, even kind of like flying-ish a little bit, you know, a little pod racing
the
a bit.
transportation. Yeah, that shit had my attention with the freaking pod racing looking thing.
Yeah,
like,
dude. That looked like
cool.
straight up fucking Star Wars pod racing right there. That looks fucking cool though. That looks very fun. I'm really into that there. So who are we calling for the main antagonist? Like the lady with the dread who looks very messed out from Missouri, big man, just huge, gigantic.
I'm willing to wager it's kind of like a war on three fronts. Like these are a bunch of different factions because they all looked so different. I think the lady is like the leader of the probably psychos or whatever the hell they are now. And then the other dude in the gold with the freaking pimp arm, I don't know what he is. And the first guy I think is like the Iridian Overlord or whatever the hell he's gonna be, but Iridian based.
Yeah, it looks like there were guardians like breaking out of stone and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. That honestly, the idea of more guardians and like more vault monsters, I love that.
Yeah, I know you haven't had a chance to play it yet, but Borderlands pre-sequel did have some like they did go into more of like the Guardian lore and whatnot with some of that, which is actually pretty interesting.
That's on the dossier.
Yeah, hopefully sooner rather than later. Well, but yeah, that game that looks pretty fucking cool right there. I can't even tell you like what weapons I really was seeing in there that like really caught my eye, but a lot of different enemies that look pretty dope, and a lot of the like you said, like maybe like bosses like on a different war front kind of thing too. That looked really interesting. That'd be a very little dynamic there. Hopefully a huge I would love like just a gigantic flux of just different enemies to take on in different areas and stuff too, or different regions.
The action skills got more of my attention than the guns did this time, but I think that's because it wasn't really a gun showcase.
Yeah, you're
remember
right.
when Borderlands 3 came out, they announced it was the first to have like 1 billion guns with all the different combinations and like permutations of guns, and it was cool.
Yeah,
but
you're
it
right.
almost was oversaturated, you know, and I'm worried. I hope they learned their lesson from that one to here.
I am playing Borderlands 4. I did not like a lot of guns. I remember being like with under-leveled guns, you know, because I did not want to lose them because I'm like, I like these. I don't like anything new. I had the same issue in Wonderlands too.
Yep, that was the biggest issue I had, especially in Wonderlands. Wonderlands, I think, was even worse with it. It reminds me a lot of the layout of Wonderlands, which I loved the heavy-hitting like power of those action skills. I just wish they weren't all like one-shot action skills, you know? When we played Wonderlands, they were very much like one, what was it? Kind of like a one in the chamber type thing. Like it was just a special ability and it was one and done. There was no like repeat ones, and like, I like those. I like action skills that have like 3 charges and stuff.
Yeah,
I like diversity.
I like a lot of passive abilities for a lot of character classes as well. Me personally, like I think that it just adds a whole lot more to each like character class as well. Like I feel like I don't really remember a whole lot of like support or anything like that. I feel like Borderlands 1 and 2 do that really well, and they're like, this is a support class or this is a defensive class. You know, this one is definitely a team one. This one's definitely can be used as a like kind of a solo lone wolf kind of thing like that. You know, I think the earlier games did that really well. I didn't play 3 that much, I guess, to get that notation or feel to it, but it was definitely more dominant in the earlier games. So it'd be kind of cool if they did that. You know, I mean, like obviously the big man with the axes, like he's going to be more of an assault kind of offensive class. But
kind of reminds me of a cross between like Brick and Krieg.
Yeah. I mean, his axes are pretty fucking cool. Like Icy Hot kind of feel there with that stuff. It looks
Icy
really cool.
Hot.
Yeah.
I'm making that a build already.
The Icy Hot build.
The Icy Hot. The Trojan Fire and Ice condom.
Jesus Christ. No, it looks really cool. Even just for like a short 2-minute little spurt, I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited. And then the cars look cool too. Like we brought up pod racing as well, and we saw a big old dragon at the end too, like in a red cavern. That looked fucking cool.
I'm thoroughly excited for just like the exploration that the game has to offer. That was something I loved about 3, and I'm hoping they just kind of expand on that with this game.
I do not want the fucking ridiculous humor, you know, like I do not need the contemporary memes and shit like that, you know. I don't need the Who Dat Boy kind of thing like 5 years fucking late or any of that.
I'm just afraid of another one of those like the whole screen covered in subtitles situation again, like Wonderlands was.
Yeah,
Borderlands 3 was bad enough, but Wonderlands doubled down on that.
Too much
and I remember it got to the point you and I disabled subtitles.
Yeah, I got really sick of hearing the game, you know. And that's one thing is like Borderlands is they've tried really hard over the years to make the story more important, to make characters like NPCs more important, and that way more relatable and more interesting, because that's like something that Borderlands 1 was like fucking terrible at, you know?
Yeah.
They had a blank slate with barely any writing, and they're like, whatever sticks, you know. They just threw shit at the wall, and if it stuck, people liked it. If they didn't, then it's like, we got fucking 8 million guns and cool enemies. So that's something like they've been working on, but it's just like it's way too much. Like I don't want to be overwhelmed. I saw like recently they added the radar, I guess, to the game.
Oh, right. They changed from the top little compass. I think they added like an actual mini map.
Do you have a
That
preference?
you just kind of look at.
Like compass, because I'm so used to having the compass, but like more recently I've been playing a lot of the Game of the Year with you over the years, to where they have both.
Yeah, it's a mixture of you. I mean, it's not the worst. It's an easy learning curve. You just get used to looking at it.
Yeah.
I like the compass, not gonna lie, especially for that game. I like less is more, you know, kind of like how
same here.
Tsushima
I
had it
agree.
like blending in. I love that. But I also don't want to have to be like digging to be like, where the hell am I going? And that is a game that, I mean, Borderlands 3.
Oh yeah,
we
that map, dude.
lost.
Yep.
That map was awful. Anytime we were trying to find an objective, we were like, how the hell do we get here? How?
Yeah. To where like
I
the
don't want
map
that.
was like so big because you had to traverse it with a vehicle a lot of the times. Where it's just like, what is going on, you know?
Yeah.
But like, I don't want my radar as well like filled. Like I don't want my screen filled with more subtitles and more radar kind of thing like that. And plus, it's like you get there's a lot of like damage effects as well. Like your screen's getting red, your screen's getting white from cold and fire and electricity and
All the
gunk or anything.
explosions.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of that stuff going on too. So I just don't want to be like overwhelmed with all this shit on my screen too. It sounds like we're nitpicking, but like it can really affect your
It does.
your fucking
Dude,
your
Borderlands 3
experience.
had a seizure warning for all the fucking explosions from the
No way?
blast effects. Yeah.
That's insane.
Borderlands 3 has an epilepsy warning when you turn it on from all the freaking explosions that splash weapons deal if you use Torg.
Oh my god. That's fucking wild.
Yeah, and it's valid. I mean, there's so much color exploding all over your screen. It is a lot.
Yeah. When is this? August, September? September.
September.
It's always September.
Shit, what was the date? September 20. Where'd it go?
Unprofessional.
Wait, where's the date? I know they've announced what day. September 12th. There.
September
Thank you.
12th. There you go. Don't forget it.
Great.
All right,
It's
guys.
like a day off because I think it was September 13th for BL3. So yeah, it was. Yeah. Yep. Not bad.
Well, guys, there you have it. That's our thoughts on Borderlands 4. Let us know what you guys think down below in the comments, what you're excited for, maybe what class you want to go for as well. But we'll see you later on the next Foundry React. But until then, bye, slugs.
Bye.